What is global warming? How did it start? How will it continue? What will happen to humanity? Will one day we be gone due to our own ignorance? Global warming is the continuing rise in the average temperature of Earth's climate system.
Through the sudden use of factories, gas-consuming cars, and other emissions from fossil fuels, the Earth's temperature has rapidly increased since the beginning of the Industrial Age.
Global warming is a natural event, but is being majorly contributed to by humans. Today, the quality of the atmosphere has been irreversibly depleted over time, and if nothing is done about it, the Earth will ultimately swelter. Americans are noticing changes all around them already. Summers are longer and hotter, and extended periods of unusual heat last longer than any living American has ever experienced. Winters are generally shorter and warmer. Rain comes in heavier downpours. Tropical storms are much more intense, more destructive, and more frequent. Residents of some coastal cities see their streets flood more regularly during storms and high tides. Inland cities near large rivers also experience more flooding, especially in the Midwest and Northeast. So how does this happen? It is through something called the enhanced greenhouse effect, which is the key ingredient of global warming. Greenhouse gases include water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and ozone. Greenhouse gases help regulate the temperature of the Earth. The rays of the sun warm the Earth, and the Earth reflects the radiated heat outwards. Greenhouse gases prevent this heat from escaping from the surface of the Earth. Without these gases, the temperature of the Earth would be unbearably colder.
It is the sun that provides our planet with warmth and light, but the amount of energy that the Earth receives from the sun varies. Throughout the Earth's existence, the Earth has gradually changed its orbit around the sun, and with each orbit, the patterns of the energy that the Earth receives are different from each other. These changes have contributed to dramatic shifts in Earth's climate.
The sun's radiation comes in the form of light waves, heating up the Earth. Some of the radiation that is absorbed and warms the Earth is re-radiated back into space in the form of infrared waves. But some of the infrared radiation is trapped by the atmosphere and held inside it. So the problem is that the atmosphere is continuing to consist of more and more carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases due to humankind, and therefore making the radiation from the sun become trapped on Earth, in which heats up the planet.
For 2.5 million years, the Earth's climate has fluctuated, cycling from ice ages to warmer periods. But in the last century, the planet's temperature has risen unusually fast, about 1.2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe it's human activity that's driving the temperatures up, a process known as global warming. Ever since the Industrial Revolution began, factories, power plants, and eventually cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal, releasing huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect begins with the sun and the energy it radiates to the Earth. The Earth and the atmosphere absorb some of this energy, while the rest is radiated back into space. Naturally occurring gases in the atmosphere trap some of this energy and reflect it back, warming the Earth. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is being intensified by the extra greenhouse gases that humans have released. Evidence for global warming includes a recent string of very warm years. Scientists report that 1998 was the warmest year in measured history, with 2005 coming in second. Meanwhile, readings taken from ice cores show that the greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane have hit their highest levels in the past 420,000 years. Arctic sea ice is also shrinking. According to NASA studies, the extent of Arctic sea ice has declined about 10% in the last 30 years. As long as industrialized nations consume energy and developing countries increase their fossil fuel consumption, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will continue to rise. Researchers predict that temperatures will increase about 2 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century. What's less certain is what rising temperatures mean for the planet. Some climate models predict subtle changes. Others forecast rising sea levels which could flood coastal areas around the world. Weather patterns could change, making hurricanes more frequent. Severe droughts could become more common in warm areas, and species unable to adapt to the changing conditions would face extinction. Although much remains to be learned about global warming, many organizations advocate cutting greenhouse gas emissions to reduce the impact of global warming. Consumers can help by saving energy around the house, switching to compact fluorescent light bulbs, and driving fewer miles in the car each week. These simple changes may help keep the Earth cooler in the future.